Hey everyone, welcome back to Vibes and Vines. I'm Kira Matalasi, a player mother and a music lover, and today I am here with my favorite segment, Music of the Week. If you haven't already, it would be dope if you could hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you're notified every single time I post, and then hit the like button just so more people can see my stuff and more love for music can be spread, because we need that right now. We definitely need it. A part of making this music of the week that I really enjoyed was the fact that all of the artists I'm suggesting today are so cohesive, because usually I have a pretty decently eclectic mix, but this one's really nice because if you like one artist, you're definitely gonna like the other. So I hope you enjoy this, and let's get it going. My first music recommendation of the week is going to be by a Chicago native by the name of Tasha. I think a good way of describing Tasha and her music is simple pleasures, like the stuff that goes unnoticed that we kind of just gloss over. Her music is like the spark that flies off the char once you take a marshmallow back from the fire pit. And I think her understanding of intimacy is really portrayed in songs like Love Interlude off of her most recent album from 2021. It's really soft, it's really pure, and the chimes that she uses in the song are from her grandpa's house. So even stuff like that, it's one to just find, a sound, but it's another to incorporate sounds from your personal life and intertwine it into your art, and I think she does it seamlessly and beautifully. You know those people in your life who you meet and they feel like home, or people that you're close to that feel like home, and you meet them and you didn't realize that your soul was like a house you bought, and this other person comes in the picture and it feels like they furnished your soul. And that's what she feels like to me. Like, I didn't know what I was kind of missing until she came in and helped fill in all of those moments, like I talked before, like all those little moments that are overlooked in life. And I think one of the most amazing parts of Tasha is how aware she is and how much she lives in the artistic process, and her energy just translates through whether or not you're just listening to it or you're watching her music video. Like, her aura is just like, she's like a burst of sunlight. She really is. And in some of her music videos, before she cut her hair, she had a huge fro. She has the most amazing smile. It's contagious. And literally, it's super contagious. I dare you to go watch her music videos, and then if you come back and tell me you didn't smile, 1, you're a liar, and 2, I'll pay you $5. She's really a great example of, when you're a kid and you remember how much your eyes sparkled, or looks at other kids' eyes sparkle and they're running in the wind and closing their eyes and spinning around in a circle, and you can just really tell that they're there. They're not anywhere else. They're not in the past. They're not in the future thinking about what could have been, what's gonna be. They're just there. And that's what she is. And that's hard enough to do as a human, let alone translate that to music. When an artist is like that, it allows other people to live in the moment. If I had to compare it to any artist body-wise, it would be Sade, in the sense of how once you turn on her music, she just makes your body sway, and she just envelops you with such warmth, and she inspires you to think of the trials, the tribulations, the love, the loss, the lessons, without it having anything negative attached to it. I don't know if you've ever gotten into NDEs, but supposedly, like, once you die, you're given like kind of a life review, but it's free of judgment. Like, her music feels like that. Like, you can sit up here, relate, think about your lessons, what you've loved, what you've lost, what you've gained, what you've learned, without there being negative connotations to it. If I really had to pick a genre, it's definitely alternative, folk, soft pop. If you know what's good for you, please do not only yourself a favor, but your girl a favor, and listen to Tasha, and come back and tell me what you like about her. I'm really interested in a conversation regarding her art. So for real, once you give her a listen, DM me, comment below, let me know what you thought. But yeah, I'm that confident that you'll like her. The next artist I have in my lineup is going to be an artist named Brandon from Riverside, California. And I discovered him actually through a pal from college. After I made my first Music of the Week video, he commented underneath and told me to give him a listen. And now he is up here. So thank you, pal. Thank you. Thank you for putting me on, and thank you for putting your friend on. It's like a 2-in-1 deal. But I was reading one of his interviews. The interviewer asked if he, like, how his creative process was. Like, is the writing process difficult? What does it look like for him? And he was really just talking about how there is no process. Like, there's some times where he just records something. He has hella voice recordings, and if he gets to it, he gets to it, and it's amazing. But his process is just coming up with a melody in 5 seconds, sticking it here, and then humming one tune, recording it, and sticking it right here. And then there's one moment where shit just all clicks together and it all comes together to create this beautiful piece of work. And that's real as hell, because I feel like, at least me as a fellow artist, when I hear about people and their creative process, it sounds somewhat intimidating, but I really like how raw and honest he really kept it. I really feel like the way he operates falls in line with the way he releases music, because he has a lot of singles. The one project he has come up with has been Coming Clean. It came out in 2020, and it's an EP, so it's 7 songs. Not to say like 7 songs, like it's only that, it's not good. It's amazing. And he's really one of those artists that you want more of. It's like you're sitting there listening and then you're like, oh shit, I am on my 3rd listen of this man's discography. With Brandon, I will highlight some of my favorites. I will say that I do like his EP, Coming Clean. Some of my favorite singles of his are going to be his cover of Savior Complex by Phoebe Bridgers and his song Weep. If I had to relate it to a certain person, because I just like to do that so y'all can get a better grasp while I'm talking, but if I had to, it would definitely be good old Cancel himself, Daniel Caesar. And regardless of what the hell you think, this is not the channel to where I get into hot gossip, pero he's talented. Along with Daniel Caesar, he reminds me of Frank Ocean, like a lot. And I feel like it makes sense considering his age, what I assume his age is. He's in his like 20s. Frank Ocean really had an impact, and he does make that music for, like I said, where words aren't enough, where you necessarily don't want the company of people and you want to process your own shit, but you do and you don't. And he really just makes you feel comforted while you're going through shit, in your pain, in your discomfort, in your processing of emotions. So I feel like he really sticks true to what I think is one of his inspirations, at least subconsciously. But yeah, I really like him, really fond of his style. Another reason why I really admire what he does in the art and the music that he puts out is that it allows you to get lost in memories that were long forgotten. Like, I was for real, like when I was sitting down, closing my eyes and listening to his music, I literally found myself thinking of something that I didn't think of for like 4 years. He paves a way for you to get in touch with long forgotten memories. And that's so beautiful. His music is definitely a soundtrack for big moments in your life. Like something that's not going to be overpowering, but it's gonna really round out a moment. And I love that he doesn't have an ultimate goal when it comes to artistry. He's just gonna create as he lives life. And that's how it should be. I feel like nowadays society is so pressured to, oh, when you have like a favorite hobby or when you find something you like, you gotta you gotta make money off of it. You gotta make it a grind, and it's hustle culture, and it's how many streams of income you can make, when it's really like, listen, I'm sharing moments that people can relate to. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for anybody else. If you're really in a moment where you just really want to process or have someone to narrate the little things that can't be articulated, do yourself a favor and listen to Brandy. My last but furthest from the least artist I have for y'all today is going to be an artist from New Jersey named OK Kaya. I first discovered her through a song called Habitual Love. It was a single in 2018, so it's been, goddamn, that was 4 years ago. In one of her songs, You're Still the One, obviously a cover, she gets hella close to the microphone at the beginning and like kind of like swallows close to the mic, and I'm like, who the fuck does that? She does, which is why I love it. But she has a lot of like ASMR in her music, and I don't know, man, if I ever do shrooms one day, I'm gonna listen to her music. It really just takes you on a trip no matter what state you're in. She's a sensory artist. I really, really like that about her, and not a lot of people do it because it's really strange. It kind of takes out of the box thinking to do what she does. She's kind of like an alien. Like, you know how Zendaya's like amazingly talented and she's kind of like at the same time like goofy and like a, and just how multifaceted she is so intriguing, and it really just draws you in even if it's not your type of music. So I definitely recommend listening to OK Kaya. If you want to start easing into it, I'd start with Habitual Love, You're Still the One, Believe, and I think it's pronounced Lamai. You can tell it's not only her as an artist where she channels her poetic nature, you can tell she lives it. Like, she really, really lives it, and she's true to everything she's feeling. Like, she writes down the subconscious thoughts. It sounds like she really lives in her head a lot. I feel like a lot of people dial back and edit all their thoughts and try to be like, nah, no one wants to hear those conversations I have in my head, those little off the wall comments, but she does, and she puts it all into her music, and in that sense it's really refreshing. But definitely I feel like the closest way I can explain her to is, like I said, like Zendaya. Like, it's just like, wow, here's this quirky little person that can also do everything under the sun. Wow. And when I looked up, she doesn't have a ton of interviews, which is shocking, but it kind of goes hand in hand with what she does, what she puts out, who she seems to be. If you're really in the mood to explore something different, in a different realm, just be shocked and surprised and explore something different outside of your comfort zone, definitely give OK Kaya a listen. Until my next video, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please, please, please take a listen to all the artists. Even if you go back to my other videos, Music of the Week episodes 1 and 2, I suggest some amazing artists. I also do have a playlist both on Apple Music and Spotify that I make of all the artists that I recommend and some of my top favorite songs by them as well. So take a look. I will plug both of those playlists in the description below. But with that being said, thank you so much for coming back. Love y'all, and see you next week.